Hey guys, A-Bomb here for noEHinTEAM, your #1 source for awesome. Welcome to Black Friday. This is episode 9. Today I'm going to be talking about Prestige, how it's changing for Black Ops 2, and how it kind of compares to some of the previous titles. Alright, so in this gameplay, I'm busting out some old school COD4. Me and Canuck just actually picked it up again about a week ago, just to kind of mess around and goof around, and it was a lot of fun. This is actually one of the Call of Duty titles, despite its massive success, that I actually basically missed in its heyday. I was really busy doing other things with my life, and I really basically had no time for video games, and that was kind of like the cutoff just before Modern Warfare, and kind of got back into it, a couple of years later. So before this week, I had literally played it once, split screen on Xbox years and years ago, when it was in its heyday, and I played it once or twice on PC again, just kind of like one-off. So don't know the maps. You'll notice for whatever reason, as I'm recording this, I can't get the gameplay to come up. So I was going to point out a few hilarious things that I did and realized after the fact, like walking past an obvious ladder about half a dozen times. But anyways, you guys will catch it. Sorry I don't reference it. And you'll also notice, hey, not intentionally, but Canuck pointed it out. I pretty much was a drop shot just about every kill in here. So there you go, guys. Make sure you use that because it works. Okay, so Prestige. The biggest change this year is that Prestige has gone from a kind of a stat reset, kind of you lose everything, you're back to square one kind of scenario, to the only way to unlock absolutely everything, the only way to get every piece of equipment, every weapon, every perk for the entire game of Black Ops 2 is actually to take your character all the way to Prestige 10. So in a way, Prestige isn't, they're calling it Prestige, but it's not the same thing. It's basically just a long-term character and stat progression. My favorite thing about the change is that when you Prestige and you kind of kick back to zero, quote-unquote, you don't actually lose your weapon stats. So that means all the experience that you gain with an individual weapon, that experience is retained until you unlock that weapon again. So when you Prestige, you lose, quote unquote, but as soon as you bust out that weapon that you like again, it's right back where it was before, and you've got the attachments and whatnot. So all that experience is not lost. So getting your gold guns and whatnot is not that same kind of grind that it has been in previous Call of Duty. So if you're a completionist, I'm not really one, but if you are, I think this is going to make it a lot easier for a lot of people, because not everyone has their second work week being able to drop their 20 hours of Call of Duty per week like some people do. So I think it's just going to, again, it's opening things up for the everyman, and I've mentioned in previous episodes, I do enjoy things that make Call of Duty more attainable for the average player, and not because it needs to be easy or not reward elite players, because I do think that the game and the way it's designed does that. I think if you're good, it's going to show, and if you're the average guy and you still want to get you want to have everything and you want it to work well for you, they've done things to do that, and I think that's fantastic. So one thing that they did bring back is Prestige tokens. So they're obviously going to work a little bit differently, but some things will be similar. In Modern Warfare 3, you didn't just have the extra create a class slot when you Prestige. You had other options. You could do double weapon XP, you could do double XP, like standard XP, for a couple hours, which I always thought was probably the worst Prestige offering, just simply because it was just such a short run there at the beginning. But one of the really nice things was you could unlock weapons, and you could, or even items that you wanted to retain, regardless of whether you're Prestige or not. You'd always have that gun available to you, no matter what level you were on any Prestige. And unless I've misunderstood something, it seems that when you Prestige, you get tokens that will do just that. You'll unlock something for the duration, and then there's secondary rewards as well, which include the standard create a class extra slots. There's going to be, again, a total of 5, and there's also going to be a stats reset, which I believe completely wipes all your stats. So that's even more hardcore than using Prestige in previous games. It's just going to be like as if you had never played the game and you're back to square one. So if you really hate what you've done previously, you could always bust that out, and once you're a little more accomplished in the game, you can kind of reset things back to zero and hit it hard again. So the from prestige to prestige, you won't have everything. So I think that it gives you a lot to look forward to. You're like, okay, I haven't seen everything, I haven't done everything, we still got a long ways to go. The other nice thing is that they're giving you something called refund, which means that when you prestige, you can actually have all of your now again, I might be getting the details wrong here, but as I understand it, you get all of your unlock tokens back from that round. So if you're on Prestige 4, everything that you unlock in Prestige 4, you get that returned to you, kind of like, I don't know, we'll call it your wallet. You get it returned to your wallet. I don't believe that the refund rerolls every single unlock token that you've got in previous. So, if you're on Prestige 5, I don't think you get all your unlock tokens from the, from the 4 previous Prestiges. I think it's just for the one that you're on. So, if we can get some kind of update on that, we'll let you guys know. Obviously, we'll know once the game comes out, and that's probably the only time anyone's going to truly care about that little minute detail. But it is what it is. So part of the reason I chose a COD4 gameplay for this was just to show some of the differences in how it's gone over the years and how you earn XP. And this game. As I said, I'm a relative noob at it, but it was a side note. It was amazing how much it reminded me of the original Call of Duty games. The map layouts, the character animations, just the kind of the way your player behaved on the map was so much like the original Call of Duties. It was actually a little bit surreal. So I enjoyed that. I had a good time with it because I definitely played the first couple on PC years ago. But it's slow. You seem to progress slowly, and there's a lot less weapons than we've seen in other Call of Duty titles. I should say a lot less, but a few less, and it's noticeable. And the amount of attachments is obviously a lot less. So it's again, I think Canuck mentioned this in one of our Tell Me I'm Wrongs. It's got this simplicity to it that the series has definitely moved away from, and it definitely reminds me, again, it's just evidence that you don't need 30, 40 kill streaks, score streaks, point streaks, whatever they are. You don't need that many for it to be an enjoyable experience. And lastly, challenges, thankfully, also do not reset from prestige to prestige. So that means when you get that obscure, that obscure kill with X, I don't know, a triple martyrdom or whatever. You don't have to do it over and over and over again every prestige in order to again have that completionist state of having all the challenges and unlocks completed and whatnot. I think it'll again make it a little more enjoyable when you get that emblem or badge or whatever. I don't know how they're going to reward you. It might just be an XP thing because obviously we have the custom emblems back. But I'm hoping that there is some titles and emblems that you can earn, and then if you so desire, you can make your monkey doing a unicorn emblem if that's your art style. Anyways, guys, very excited for Black Ops 2. I'm sure you're all getting more excited. There you have it. Episode 9. We'll catch you guys soon. Alright. Thank you guys again for watching the video. We really appreciate the support. If you missed it, on the far left there, we got Canuck's last Black Friday episode. It was on sniping. We've got a couple Tell Me I'm Wrong episodes. Actually, no, just one from last week. We're going to post another one here in the next few days, so keep an eye out for that. And on the right, my last Black Friday. Alright, guys, enjoy. Have yourself a great week.